Welcome back to another edition of Spin-Off Investing Simplified's YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the postmortem for Sandridge Permian Trust. This one did not turn out the way that I hoped, and I think sometimes it's good to look back at what you have done and find the mistakes that you made. And that's what we'll be doing in this video. Check it out. Hey everyone, this is Greg Miller from Spin-Off Investing Simplified. I'm your host here at Spin-Off Investing Simplified's YouTube channel. And I appreciate you stopping by and taking a look around. If you appreciate this video or any of the others, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you along. We also appreciate your comments, and smashing that like button helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. We sure appreciate your time with us and hope you enjoy this video. Thanks a bunch. All right, on to the Sandridge Permian Trust postmortem. So Sandridge Permian Trust was a tender offer by Pedevco for the trust, a third-party tender offer. It was a scheduled TOC that I was looking at, and I got into it at an average price of about 43 cents per share. And I ended up exiting my entire position at an average price of 0.35 cents or 35 cents a share. So an average return of about negative 19%, and losses to my portfolio for the year on this one was $1,432. So this is it's not fun to talk about your mistakes, but I am going to talk about this one because I think that it is important for me to I think it's important to admit any mistake that someone makes, because I think that requires a bit of honesty and a bit of transparency. And then second, I need to do this for my own personal investing and make sure that I've covered the bases of the reasons why. So I'm looking at the lessons learned on this particular one, and I think my biggest problem was actually back at the beginning. I put too much into this particular one, and the problem with that is it caused me to get the irrational actions, the feelings that go along with the irrational actions that happen with this. And I've talked previously about, kind of the mental issues that sometimes face us, and I'll make sure that I get posts to the videos and stuff like that, previous activity with this. But for me, I had too much in this one. I had it's all well and good if you have too much into something that ends up turning out all right. But this one, I shouldn't have had more than about 5,000 in it, and I had about 7. And so this was kind of painful to bite on this one. So because I exposed myself or my portfolio to too much risk on this one, I got out of this one at the most inopportune time. In fact, I was looking at PERS today. I probably could have been able to sell out of it closer to about 38 cents a share, which would have been a little bit, it still would have been painful, but not nearly as painful as what this one has turned out to be. So going back to that, thinking about my exposure, yeah, I still have plenty of cash to go in to the next tender offer or the next deal that I look at. However, in this particular instance, I had too much exposure to this specific one, which caused me to make the mistake that I made. The second one is, after looking at this one, and this is part of the reason why I got out, I looked at the Pedevco filings for the Permian, or the Sandridge Permian Basin Trust. And they were requesting information, and the reason why they pulled their specific tender offer for it was also the way that it looks like what Sandridge leadership is doing. And it looks like what Sandridge leadership is doing is they are getting to a point where they are going to make it so that they can just pull these PERS shares right off the market, probably at a discount even to what they're doing today. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. I'm not willing to leave my money in it to see if it will. And I know that that is a reversal of what I said last week. I just don't think there's a little bit too much going on for this one for me to feel comfortable just leaving my money in there. And so with that, I'm getting out of it, not about to spend my time worried about that. There's way too many other opportunities that are out there in order to get in and out of this one. Or leave my money in this one, especially at the amount, back to lesson 1, at the amount that I had in the investment. So if I was, hindsight is always 20/20. If I was looking back at this, I don't think I would have put more than $5,000 into it. I definitely wouldn't have put any of the funds from the $1,000 portfolio into that. And finally, I would have exited in a little bit smaller increments than I did. But, you can always look back and say, oh yeah, it would be a good idea, but you never know. Speaking of which, from the lesson that I learned from this one, I am keeping my position in ATCX, Atlas Consultants. That one specifically, I was not able to get out of it when I should have. About 8% return is what I probably would have gotten had I been able to get out of it the day that the shares showed up in my account. But because of my employer, I did not have access to my phone or any other way to check on that, and so I didn't want to. I didn't take the return that I should have gotten out of that one. With that in mind, I'm holding on to it. I'm not going to just dump shares like I did with Sandridge and Permian Basin. So, maybe I can learn something from this, and maybe it'll turn out to be just fine. But it was a pretty painful lesson to learn, and now I need to make sure that I'm always exiting in increments, especially if it's at a decent price for the return. So if you like this video, please smash the like button. If you had similar experiences with Sandridge, or you got out a lot better than I did, please let me know in the comments section below. And then finally, if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps us out and make sure that it helps me maintain the psychological reasoning to go ahead and keep doing these videos for the people that are out there. And thanks a bunch, guys. Take care. As we finish up, we have one final note for you. This video was made for educational purposes only. Any companies mentioned in this presentation were discussed for educational purposes only. Discussing such companies and the specifics about them is for illustrative purposes only and not a solicitation to purchase them. We recommend that you conduct your own research and identify why you might want to own the company yourself before you commit any funds. We also recommend that you seek the services of a financial advisor that has considered your situation as your fiduciary. May your education here grow your knowledge, improve your personal investing performance, and give you the confidence to take control of your future. Thanks.